Good evening, Cardinal fans, and welcome to Oklahoma Christian Academy fans. Tonight, the Cardinals are taking on the Eagles. This is a regional elimination game. Winner gets to go on, loser ends their season. These are two teams that have never faced off against each other. Oklahoma Christian Academy has played 2A for most of their recent history, including up till last year when they went to the state tournament and made it all the way to the finals before losing to state champion Dale. Cardinals come in after a hard-fought game yesterday against Panhandle rival, or just outside of the Panhandle rival, the Laverne Tigers. Cardinals looking to get this win, go into tomorrow, and potentially go to area tournament for the first time since 2010. Two teams that like to get up and down the court. Cardinals averaging in the mid-50s this year. OCA can definitely put some points up on the board. We'll go ahead and run through some of the potential players for the Eagles, since it's a team that's brand new to us. Much appreciation to Coach Roman for reaching out and giving me some info to be able to talk more about these young men. The Eagles last year did go all the way to state. They made it to the championship before losing to Dale, as I mentioned. In the quarterfinals, they beat Colcord, and in the semifinals, it was an overtime game against Preston, eventually winning 72-70. The Eagles come in as a team that's had a huge amount of success. Over the last 5 years, they've had 85 wins. That would put them in the top 20% of the entire state of Oklahoma of all the basketball teams. They've been a very good program. Coming in this year, a lot of the seniors off of that team last year that went to state are gone. But there's a whole bunch of juniors who've moved up. 6 seniors on this team, a very experienced team. 6 seniors, 2 sophomores see the majority of the playing time, and 1 junior who would be playing if he could be out there, Jeff Bolin, the 6'7" post player, force down low, isn't cleared to play yet. He had a foot injury, lower leg injury a little bit earlier in the season, and he's been sitting out for a while. Eagles fans hoping that they could get him back in time for a regional tournament, but he's unable to play in this game. So, players that we expect to see: Brady Owens, 0. Number 0, he's one of the seniors. He was a starter last year and a very good defender. One of the leaders on the team. He's involved in all sorts of things like the Student Leadership Council and helped put together the Duo fundraiser. Number 2, Ryder Lewis, another one of the seniors. Very quick and very good on defense. Number 10, Chase Watterson. Rotation player last year. Really contributed a lot. Another 4.0 student. This is a team with very strong academics. 5 state academic championships in football since 2010. Very good academic team. So the Cardinals have their work cut out for them with that aspect of the game. Mason Greer, another key player. He's a sophomore and is the leading scorer at the point guard position. Very active player. He gets up and down the floor quick. There are a lot of highlights with him that I was able to find. And then 4 other players that I wanted to highlight before we get further into the Cardinals players and introduce them to the Eagles fans. Number 3, Caleb Levine, a senior and a post player. Levine is a good basketball player, but he's an excellent baseball player. Had 6 home runs in the fall for the Eagles baseball team. Sean Kamal, a senior wing. Very emotional player, very passionate, does a great job getting up and down the floor, helps fill spots. And you'll notice his big body. He plays linebacker on the football team and help fill out and give some more bodies for the basketball team this year. Braylon Whitmore, the sophomore, not a very big guy, but he can fill it up. He's a shooter. And then Trevor Toth, the senior post player, a leader in his youth group. Another big body that OCA can put out there. This is a big team. There's quite a few good-sized players. The Cardinals are definitely not a small team and outsize a lot of the people they play. But this OCA team looks to provide some significant size, and that's even with Bolin on the bench. Now, OCA fans who've joined us tonight, let me introduce you to these Cardinals. Cardinal fans who follow all year long know what we've got out there. Coach Biebermeyer, assisted by Coach Strain and Coach Smaltz. One of the most experienced coaching staffs that you're going to find at a small school and maybe even at a big school. Multiple state tournament trips and a couple of gold balls amongst that crew. Coach Biebermeyer is the head of that batch. Coach Biebermeyer this year has been running at times 6 men in the rotation. Sometimes we'll go a little bit deeper. We can get all the way out to 10 depending on what's happening in the game. Leading the way, the main scorer for the Cardinals this year and scoring 1,000 for his career is Bryson Parker. Number 10 for the Cardinals has been a defensive dynamo, getting tremendous amounts of steals and deflections. He can shoot it from outside, he can drive. Number 3, Carson Peters. Tremendous slashing player on offense, can also shoot outside, and another very good defensive player. At times, he and Parker can look like two sides of the same coin, or they can look like they're related, but Carson Peters actually has a brother on the team. Their games are not very similar, and other than that, they both play fantastic defense. Austin Peters, number 13, not known for his scoring, but he can shoot from outside. But Austin's much more known for his defensive prowess and steady presence on the court. Inside, the 2 post players for the Cardinals who can also pop outside, both of whom can shoot outside. Nash Levins, a state track hurdler, has tremendous speed but also has the size to play down low. Nash can shoot outside and play defense, a little bit of a Swiss Army knife because he's got a whole lot of skills. And then Gunner Post, whenever the Cardinals go to the 4 out, you'll see Gunner down low. He'll work against the big men from any team, but if they want to stay inside, Gunner can step outside and has a tremendous shooting eye. Gunner tends to lead the team in rebounds. We'll see how that works out for tonight. Coming off the bench, there's a couple of youngsters. And freshman Saul Alvarado. Saul, depending on the situation, can come in. He's got extremely good handles, very opportunistic on defense. Also Riley Fowler. I'm not sure if Riley's cleared to play tonight, but Riley, especially in the early part of the season, tremendous rebounder, would come off the bench and supply minutes to help give a rest to Gunner Post. Also Max Garza, freshman, who's got a little bit of size, looks to still be growing. Tremendous outside shooter if he's left open even for a moment. And I've left out the 6th man for the Cardinals, Jed Huffman, tremendous running back prospect who helped lead the Cardinals on their run this year. Huffman has tremendous speed, can slash inside, can shoot on the jumper. Jet likes to get into the middle of the lane and use his quickness to take advantage of openings. He and Gunner Post at times in the playoffs have really taken advantage of post players that can't keep up with Jet. So Jet's been a spark that sometimes has led the team in offense, even though he comes off the bench. Jet plays in a knee brace because of a knee injury suffered during football season. Hampers him a little bit still, which helps out opponents a little bit who are looking for an edge. There's a couple more players that you might see or might not see tonight. We'll go through them as they come in. Jackson Leonard has been getting more minutes steadily as the season progresses. The junior comes in. He can play down low and bang. He can step out for about a 10-foot jumper as well, and he's got some turnaround moves. Solid in rebounding, solid in defense. So this Cardinals team plays out in Northwest Oklahoma, so it's rare that we come across a team from Oklahoma City or from Edmond like the Eagles. Occasionally we'll match up with teams in tournaments like the Merit Tournament with a team like the Eagles, but in all the history that I can look at, I could not find any matchups before between these two teams. So that makes sense with the Eagles dropping down from 2A this year and playing in Class A for their first time. Cardinals have been a mainstay in Class A for many years. They play Class B in football, 2A in cross country, A in track, one of those schools that bounces around depending on how the OSA decides to do things in their infinite wisdom. Couple more minutes left before we get into the game. As for records, the Cardinals come in with the 17-9 record. That matches last year when they had 17 wins and Those 2 seasons, the best since 2018, when the Cardinals were able to put up 20 wins. OCA struggled a little bit, an 8-game losing streak at the beginning of the season. They lost 8 of the first 9 games. That really put them in a hole, but they fought back since then and have basically played at 500 ball. OCA has played one of the tougher schedules from what I have looked at. As I've charted the win percentage, OCA is well above the 50% mark as for their strength of schedule. In fact, almost 60%, 59%. OCA's opponents this year have won 393 games, losing only 270. That is tremendous, and explains with a hard schedule like that why OCA has gone 4-6 over their last 10. They've been winning at the right time, though, which puts them on this path where they are set to collide with the Cardinals. The Cardinals' opponents, meanwhile, have gone 320 and 313, so a little bit over 500. OCA's played a lot more ranked teams. They've matched up. Let me get my count again. They've played 11 ranked teams with 1 win. That 1 win coming against Pawnee at the very beginning of the new year. Faced off with Pawnee and beat them pretty handily in the Morrison tournament. The day before that, took on number 3 in 2A, Preston, and lost a heartbreaker by 2 points. Earlier in the season, they faced off against the Academy. The Cardinals faced off with the Academy earlier this year. In fact, just last week on Saturday, losing a heartbreaker to the Academy at the very end, a 1-point game. OCA faced off against the Academy and lost by 4. So the 2 teams have that in common. Now, earlier in the year, before OCA got things going, they faced off against the Academy at home faced off at the Academy and lost by over 30 points. So tremendous improvement on the year. In looking at it, I noticed that a lot of teams that OCA played twice, they did much better the second time. So, and looking through some stats, the Cardinals are known for having very hot outside shooting. Several guys can shoot, including all of the starters can hit from outside. For OCA, I don't have individual statistics, but I did notice that the team has some torrid shooting statistics, shooting at 40% or above in several of their games recently. So Cardinals will have to watch the outside. Cardinals are known for full court defense. We'll have to see what OCA will throw out there. We're getting ready for starting lineups. You got one last moment here. You want to grab a snack or a drink, you want to hit the bathroom really quick, it's time to get ready, because coming up, you've got Cardinals basketball.
Let's meet the starters for tonight's boys game. First, from visitors on the scoreboard, the Oklahoma Christian Academy Eagles. Coming to tonight's game.
All right, here come your starters. First up for OCA.
The senior, number 0, Brady Owens.
Senior, number 0, Brady Owens.
Senior,
number 3, senior, Caleb Levine.
Senior,
Number 10, senior, Chase Watterson. Sophomore, number 13, Mason Greer.
Senior, number 22.
And number 22, senior, Trevor Todd. Coach Jeremy Romans heads up that squad. And here come your Cardinals. Cardinals have had the same starting lineup for all but one game this year. Starting things off, senior, number 2, Nash Levens. Number 3, junior, Carson Peters. Number 10, senior and 1,000-point career scorer, Bryson Parker. Senior, number 13, Austin Peters. And number 22, senior, Gunnar Post. Garrett Biebermeyer heads up the Cardinals squad. Again, at this point, both these teams are in the consolation bracket. Every game's a dogfight from here on out. The loser ends their season. The winner gets to keep on dancing. The winner of this game tomorrow will play the Academy in the early game. The winner of that game will get to go on to the area tournament. Parker matching up with Watterson here. Whoops. Neither team gets it cleanly, but OCA comes away with it. Owens steps in, grabs it. Kick over on the edge. Watterson with a quick three. Drains it. OCA can hit from outside. OCA looks to be running a zone. We'll have to see what they're doing. Peters coming inside, gets a ball tipped. Scramble inside. Post is able to grab it, the loose ball away from Toth. Goes up for the shot, and he'll get a foul called. Gunner will get to shoot two, and that first foul will go against Levine. Gunner makes the first. Each team still working on their first possession. Both teams score. 3-2, we have it. OCA with the advantage due to the three-pointer. Cardinals going full court man here. Across the way, Owens has it now, working against Peters. Owens, kick across to Watterson. Watterson hit the three last time, and there'll be a dribbling violation. Travel on Owens, and Cardinals will take over. Parker will bring the ball up. OCA looks to be in a zone. Cardinals like playing against zones. They don't get to see it too often anymore. Peters back to Parker. Kick over. Levens has it now. Looks like OCA is playing a 3-2. Just trying to do a little bit to disguise it. Parker's got it back up top. Watterson steps out to match up with Levens. Levens back to CP. Cardinals will reset. Austin's got it in the corner. Levens comes across to the high post. CP was looking into the corner for Parker. And Greer puts a hand up, knocks the ball out of bounds. Cardinals will start in the corner after the deflection. Austin Peters will throw it in. Cross-court pass to Gunner. Cardinals are going a 5-out look right now. Levens is sitting in the short corner, but Gunner's all the way out. Now Gunner will come underneath. Austin flashes across the high post. Parker's wide open, takes the three. He won't miss too many of those. OCA gets away with one there, as Parker with a rare miss. Cardinals retain possession after the rebound. Levens on the outside. Cardinals kind of feeling things out here, going against an opponent they haven't seen before. Owens is bouncing all the way out to follow the ball and then dropping down into the lane. Gunner fighting inside, working against Toth. Toth gets the win this time in that duel. And OCA gets down the court immediately. Toth has it up top. Cardinals are matching up in man-to-man. Shot from outside is good. This time it's Greer. Cardinals are going to have to extend the defense. They're running man-to-man. But not having familiarity with the team means not quite sure knowing who to watch careful and who you can lay off of a little bit. Parker misses another three. OCA comes quickly down the court. Had a chance for a transition. Toth pulls out of it, and Owens will have it reset in the offense. Greer looks at it, gives a head fake, stops at the free throw line extended, kick out to Owens. Owens goes for the long three. It's a miss. Gunner rebounds it. Gunner out on the corner. Gives the head fake, then kicks it back to Parker. CP's open. He'll go for the three. Cardinals trying to find the bottom of the rim here. 2 3-pointers by OCA is the 6 points. Cardinals with 2 free throws from Gunner. Into the lane. Greer gets stopped, then kick out to Owens. Toth is very active, trying to set screens, free people up. Now double screen. They get Watterson open. Watterson all the way to the bench. Watterson misses the shot. Toth and Gunner battle for the rebound, and it's last touched by Toth. So the Cardinals will get possession back. Cardinals had some open opportunities, but haven't gotten hot yet. Still working to find the path against that 3-2. Inside to CP. CP, Jet Huffman, who's just come in, gets it. Jet providing some more movement, a little bit different look. CP back to Parker. Gunner's working inside, but so far, against this zone, he's not getting a clean look like he'd like. Parker's going to go for another 3. This one's long. Austin recovers it. Austin all the way into the bench. Austin still hasn't recovered and got back out on the floor yet. Austin in the corner. Comes back out on the floor. Cross court to CP. To Parker. No, that was Jet. Parker gives a touch pass to Jet. Jet puts it up, but can't get it to fall, and the Cardinals are cold to start the game. On the outside's Levine. Levine now calling for a screen, trying to get Greer open. Greer's hit 1-3. Greer drives into the lane, puts up a short jumper, gets it to fall, and it's 8-2. OCA with the early lead. Greer's got a quick 5, and Cardinals don't have anything yet but the free throws by Gunner. CP will drive in, splits a couple of defenders, gives a little dipsy-do, puts the shot in, and Coach Biedermeier's going to take a timeout, talk things over with the Cardinals. First blood goes to OCA. Cardinals will talk things over with their first timeout, down by 4 early in the first. This OCA team may not have a lot of starters back from the team that went all the way to the state finals last year in 2A, but they've got a lot of experience. You got one starter back from that team. You got a rotation player who played a bunch. And the other thing that you have that just cannot be ignored is these guys have played against the state runner-ups last year. So those practices had to have been intense. Those are trials by fire. And a 10-18 record doesn't mean anything once you're out there on the floor and eliminations on the line. We got a whistle. Offensive foul called against Greer. Nope, against Levine. That's the second foul on OCA. Parker will bring the ball up. Watterson and CP dueling. Screen gives CP a little bit of room. They kick it out to Gunner. Gunner goes for an open three-pointer, and Cardinals struggling to find the range here on their distance shooting. Parker goes for a steal against Watterson. Watterson does a good job of shielding the ball away from Bryson and will draw the foul on Bryson. That's the first foul against Turpin. Only 3 fouls called through almost 6 minutes of play so far. Both teams playing really clean, but playing hard. Not a lot of offense so far. Only 12 points through 6 minutes. Nice pass inside. Beautifully done by Whitmire. He's able to hit Greer. Greer leading the way right now with 7 points. Parker going for a jumper. And Parker shows off the skills that have netted him over 1,000 points in his career. Cardinals back within 4. Cardinals go to the full court defense again. A lot of speed on that floor for the Cardinals. Coach Roman's going to have to take a timeout. OCA was in danger of a 10-second call. Each coach has burned 2 timeouts. So 2 teams starting to look a little bit more comfortable with what they can do. And it does help for OCA that they played on this floor yesterday. The Cardinals were playing in Cherokee, so there is a little bit of acclimation getting used to a rim and a backboard if you haven't played on it in a while. And OCA had the full 32 minutes of a game against Seiling. Now Seiling, tough opponent. Highly ranked. Seiling took out a little bit of frustration. They want to be ranked number 1. And so they Put a little bit of a hurting on OCA yesterday. Seiling's been doing that all year long, though. Cardinals go back into the full court defense, and the full court defense pays off, forcing the turnover. Greer looking down court, can't get it to Whitmire cleanly. Goes out of bounds, and the Cardinals will retake the possession. Peterson's going to bring it up, match it up with Watterson. Looks like OCA might have switched into a man. I can tell you one of the things Cardinals are thinking right now, the inside game, there's a couple of possibilities here. Jet goes for one of those possibilities, gets inside of Greer, gets a shot up but can't get it to fall. Cardinals still struggling with getting shots into the bucket. Greer coming down, matched up with CP, out to Watterson, who's matched up with Parker. Toth really wants to set screens for these guys. Watterson coming in, shots blocked by Bryson, and then Owens gets the rebound and goes up. Gunner's there to pull that rebound down after Owens' shot is altered a little bit. And Owens comes down on Gunner, and he'll pick up a foul. That's his first. Third team foul on OCA, and OCA is going to go full court defense now. OCA's setting up in a 1-2-2. That's not one you see too much of anymore. 1-2-1-1, a little more popular. Cardinals break it with ease. Gunner Post has an open shot on one side. He'll kick it cross court to his teammate. Carson Peters can't get it to fall. Cardinals starting to get a little bit closer. They've been taking the shots, but just can't get them to fall yet. Owens outside. CP steps out with him. Whitmire going for Steph Curry territory. Whitmire can drain him. That's now 3 3-pointers for OCA. That's more than the difference in the game. Parker puts in another jumper from outside. Clock's ticking down. Doesn't look like OCA is going to get it off. Oh, long shot. Take that back. He did get an opportunity there. I didn't call him out when he came in, but Ryder Lewis came in toward the end of the quarter. Turpin set up on the other side of the court. Your Cardinal cheerleaders are facing against them right now. I've got stats for you. Tonight, our crew bringing you your stats. You've got Yanalette all day, all game. The magnificent Mia Ortiz and Addison the amazing and awesome Addison Hogg. Now, OCA fans, I'm going to warn you, we keep pretty significant stats on our home team. We'll be able to give you points and fouls, but we don't have a lot else for you. Okay, Jed Huffman came in but hadn't hit the stat line yet. Nash Levins has a rebound. Carson Peters, 2 points. Bryson Parker, 4 points and a foul. Austin Peters, a rebound. And Gunner Post, 2 free throws and 2 rebounds. For OCA, we've got a foul on Owens and a foul on Levine. Mason Greer leading the way with 7 points. Whitmire's got 3, and Watterson's got 3. Coming onto the floor to start the second quarter, you've got Parker, CP, Jed Huffman, Gunner Post, and Nash Levins. Nash Levins getting ready to set up. If they're going to have Whitmire on Nash, Nash is thinking about, dreaming about what he can do down there in the post. Cardinals are trying to clear things out to give it to Nash. They do it. Nash gets tied up, and he'll draw a foul on somebody. Coming in off the bench is Sean Kamal. I mentioned Kamal in the pregame, the football player who joined the team to help fill things out. Also out there for OCA, you've got Watterson and Owens, Lewis, Whitmire, joining Kamal. CP finds an edge, takes advantage of an opening through the defense, gets all the way to the hole, puts it in. Levins is going to pick up a foul on contact on Whitmire. Austin Peters will come back in. Nash Levins will go to the bench. Cardinals going full court defense. They were able to use that defense to get a lot of turnovers against the Tigers yesterday. CP goes for a tip. Pulls back on it. The pass was too high. Whitmire wasn't going to get to it, and it went out of bounds. Cardinals defense has caused a couple of turnovers so far on the Eagles. That's the thing a good defense will do for you. It'll give you opportunities to stay in the game, even if your shooting touch has gone a little cold. Gunner's left wide open. This one's off the back of the rim. Watterson comes away with it. Cardinals immediately go back into full court defense. Kamal into the corner for Owens. Whitmire's open again. Whitmire keeps up the Steph Curry impersonation. Very high, beautiful arc shot. Finds the bottom of the rim. Whitmire's come off the bench to provide 6 points for the OCA offense. Parker to Gunner. Gunner working against Kamal. A lot of body contact. If you remember, Levins got a foul just a moment ago, barely touching Whitmire. Huffman will pull it back out. Cardinals will reset the offense. CP in the corner. He was working against Lewis. Huffman inside, a lot of contact. Huffman doesn't care. He'll put it off the glass and in. Cardinals back in the full court. Whitmire's got it now working against Austin. Over to Watterson. Watterson picks it up, gets it over to Lewis. Lewis has it against CP. Now to Owens in the corner with Huffman. Kamal flashes through. Kamal with a great cut, finds himself at the low block, takes the pass and puts it in. 6 points the difference between the two teams. CP matching up with Lewis. Lewis with a little bit of bumping. These two teams starting to kind of find some comfort here. It's just turned into a good basketball game now. Gunner trying to find an opening here against Kamal. CP goes baseline, tries to draw Kamal over into a double team, joining Lewis, and then he was going to hit Gunner. When he went to make the pass, it bounced off Kamal's shoe and out of bounds. Levins is back in. With Toth out, this is not the biggest OCA team out there. Cardinals trying to push inside right now. And there's Jet Huffman. He got inside earlier and got a couple of points. This time he goes in the lane. He'll draw contact. And that one's going to go against Greer. That's just his first. Nobody in any foul trouble of yet. Huffman puts up the first and in. Cardinals trying to take some bites out of that lead. Eagles keep hitting three-pointers. Cardinals haven't hit from outside yet, but Huffman makes 2 free throws, and it's a 4-point game again. Cardinals defense, again, applying the pressure. Owens has it. He's working with Watterson, or is that Greer? That's Greer. Levins with Owens now. Owens guys across the timeline. They'll set up the offense. Whitmire sets the screen, rolls off of it. Whitmire's already shown that we can't leave him alone. Greer's hit a three-pointer as well. Drives inside, bounces around, and it's in. This OCA team has a lot of weapons on offense, and they've scored 20 points so far after things started out pretty slowly in the first. Two teams are starting to open things up. Cardinals still looking for their first three-pointer, but they've taken the opportunities. Just haven't got one to fall yet. Huffman steps in, steps back, wide open for a jumper from the free throw line, and Huffman helped providing a spark off the bench. He's got a quick 6 points for the Cardinals, and the deficit's back to 4. Watterson over to Whitmire. Whitmire looking down floor for Owens. Owens has it at the wing, back to Greer. Greer and CP are matched up. Whitmire's coming across the middle. Parker's chasing him right now. And now Owens back up top. Greer's got it. Kamal flashes across the lane. A lot of motion from OCA. Greer to the floor. Cardinals jump it. And Greer called a timeout from the floor, I think. Oh, it was called by, sorry, I got to check. I don't know your players, OCA. I apologize. Kamal called it from on the floor. Heads up play there. Cardinals were fighting for the loose ball. It was going to be a tie-up any moment. Now, the possession arrow is still in OCA's favor, so they would have retained possession, but that does mean now that Coach Roman's lost one of those 5 timeouts. He used one earlier in the game, so now he's at 3. Cardinals keep same 5 on the bench, or same 5 out on the floor. You've got Huffman, Carson Peters, Bryson Parker, Nash Levins, and Gunnar Post. Whitmire, Greer, Kamal, Owens, and Lewis out there on the floor for the black shirts. Greer's got it up top. CP matching up with him. Whitmire applying the screen. Switch off now, Huffman. Now another switch off. Oh, boy, howdy. Lewis about lost that. Lewis, kick out in the corner. Owens with a step back. Tell you what, Owens stepped back, but when he did, he moved that pivot foot. Referee didn't catch it, but the camera doesn't lie. That should have been a travel. Instead, CP running into him. He'll draw his first foul. And Owens, I think, is going to get to shoot 3 free throws. Watterson and Levine are at the scorer's table getting ready to come in. So is Austin Peters. Owens makes the first. Owens makes the second. Cherokee's got some fans over sitting with the Lady Cardinals basketball team. They're having some fun. Sharing the same side of the stands and both cheering for the Cardinals. Cherokee a little bit earlier played Thomas Fay Custer and lost to the Terriers. Loose ball, but Huffman's got it. He's into the front court. Owens makes all 3, by the way. Huffman come down the other direction. Loose ball. Cardinals only had 2 rebounders down there. That wasn't enough. OCA outnumbered them and comes away with the loose ball. OCA with their biggest lead right now at 7 points. Kamal's got it on the wing, going against Parker. Kamal's a little more of a driver. There he goes with the spin move. Doesn't get the shot to fall, though. Whew. Austin went for an outlet to Gunner. Gunner's not used to doing that. Gunner wants to get down there in the post and bang around a little bit. Cardinals retain possession, though. They set up in their half-court offense. Gunner's down in the low post now. He's trying to get a matchup going with Levine down there. Oh! Austin tries to get it in, but Kamal steps back at the wrong time for the Cardinals, the right time for the Eagles. Kick out on the edge for Owens, but a little bit too high. Levine trying to pass it out to his teammate on the backside wing, looking for the 3-point opportunity. Cardinals dodge a bullet there. Levens will go back to the bench to get a rest. I don't know who came in for him. CP's in, Parker's in, Huffman's in. Austin Peters and Gunner Post rounds out the full 5. CP into the lane. Turnaround, steps through, gets it to fall. 5 points now the difference. Cardinals have never led in this game. Huffman's matching up with Greer. Kick over to Owens. Up the floor to Kamal, and another pass is going to go out of bounds. Cardinals defense is causing issues here. OCA's passes just aren't quite on the mark, and it's giving the ball back to the Cardinals at a time where they really need extra possessions. CP's got it. Wide open on the backside's Bryson Parker. Bryson misses a bump. The sharpshooter for the Cardinals. He's so used to shooting that thing in traffic and being contested. Whoa, boy, howdy. Parker strips the ball, takes it away from Watterson. They're going to call that Parker got a hold of his arm. Referee was about 10 feet away from it. So we'll go with that call, but didn't look like it to the eyes of a Cardinal fan. Greer's got it up top now going against Austin. That is now 2 fouls on Bryson Parker, by the way. Bryson will stay out there with him. Oh, Toth comes open. Reverse layup. Cardinals lost him underneath. Toth has been more busy setting screens, and the Cardinals might have lost track of him. And it's a 7-point lead again for OCA. CP trying to get the first 3-pointer to fall for the Cardinals. The cold streak continues. Cardinals right now been having to make everything happen with close-in buckets and a couple of outside jumpers from Parker, but none of the threes fallen yet for the Cardinals. On the outside to Watterson. Watterson drives, kick out on the edge to Greer. Now Whitmire, moving screen. Guys, Moving screen set by OCA to push and give Whitmire a little extra space. Beautiful shot by the sophomore, though. He gets it to fall, and the Cardinals, in trying to recover after the moving screen, will pick up the foul. The 3 points add to the 7, making 10. Whitmire gets another one. That was rough. That was rough. Twice now on 3-point plays. Officiating's missed some pretty easy calls. Owens with the travel on the step out when he went for a 3 and got fouled. This time it's Whitmire. By the way, there's a lot of contact. A lot of contact between the two teams. Cardinals have been on the edge of 4, or on the end of 4 of the whistles. Currently, the Eagles are picking up their 3rd. That's going to go against Greer. That's his 2nd. Parker gets it on the baseline, gets the jumper to fall. Things getting a little more serious here. 9 points the difference in it. CP tries to jump a pass intended for Nelson, can't quite get to it. Sorry, that's Lewis. Watterson up top going against CP. Watterson all the way to the hole. Nice take by Watterson, and it's 11 points again. Cardinals defense starting to allow some openings here. Parker works, gets himself open for a jumper, and drains it. Both these teams have a lot of seniors. And a bunch of these Cardinals have been starting for years. A lot of play time here, and these Cardinals can feel the intensity of this. This is a big game. Bryson Parker drains the first 3-pointer for the Cardinals. They're back within 6. Bryson's getting hot at the right time. Lewis looking for an opening. Gets it to Greer. Into the middle. CP steps in front of the pass. Cardinals on a burst here. Trying to pick up some points right before the end of the quarter. Bryson's got to get it off. Jet, quick shots up. No good. Just a moment ago, Cardinals were down by 11. OCA had been on the run. Cardinals go on a run of their own, close the gap back to 6. Both teams started picking up some fouls. We'll talk that over here in just a moment. All right, stats for the first half, brought to you by our trio of statisticians and scoreboard runners. Yanalette all day, all game, the magnificent Mia Ortiz, almost slipped on that one, and the amazing and awesome Addison Hogg. Jet Huffman has 6 points coming off the bench to go with 2 rebounds. Nash Levins has a rebound. Carson Peters has 6 points, all of them field goals. 1 rebound, 1 foul, and 1 steal. Bryson Parker leading the way for the Cardinals, getting hot at the right time toward the end of the second quarter. Hitting 1 3-pointer to go with 4 field goals. He's got 11. The rebound, 2 fouls, and a steal. Austin Peters, 2 rebounds and 1 foul, and Gunnar Post, 2 free throws. The Cardinal senior hasn't been able to get going inside yet. He's also got 2 rebounds and 1 steal. OCA has led the whole way. They jumped out to the lead and led by 5 at the end of the first quarter. OCA started to build a lead in the second, but right before the end of the half, the Cardinals went on the run, and the deficit closed to 6 points. Both teams scoring a lot more as we finished 31-25 at the end of the half after a really low-scoring first quarter. OCA fans, I know you're curious. We've got some of your stats as well. Brady Owens has 3 free throws to go with 1 foul. Sean Kamal has 2 points. Chase Watterson has a 3-pointer and a 2-pointer. Braylon Whitmire coming off the bench, hitting 3 3-pointers and 1 free throw. He's also got 1 foul, and Mason Greer has 9. One of those is a 3-pointer to go with the 2 fouls. And Trevor Toth has 1 bucket. So a fun first half. The two teams trading blows, figuring things out in that first quarter, a little bit uncomfortable, trying to figure out what the other team does. I always like going back to the analogy of an MMA fight or a boxing match where the two fighters are going at each other, but at the very beginning of a match, you'll see them working on their timing, trying to figure out what the spacing is, figuring out if I throw that jab, is it going to hit them in the chin or is it going to miss by an inch? Or am I going to hit them and punch a little bit too shallow? And a little bit later on, once the adrenaline dump happens, once the team or once those fighters will get comfortable with each other, you can start to see them stepping in and getting the moves and getting the punches they normally get to land. If it's an MMA match, they'll be able to get that takedown. And in this basketball game, we saw it in that first quarter. Only a handful of points for each team. But then in the second, both offenses got to rolling. Defenses were able to get some transitions and some turnovers. And things started to open up a little bit. And all of a sudden, we've got a game. It is a regional game that is on the elimination side of the bracket, also called the consolation bracket. The winner of this game gets to keep going. They'll play against Academy tomorrow, and that game will be in the afternoon for the consolation winner of the regional tournament. Loser of the game, they'll be done for the season. Finish things up and start planning for next year, and seniors will move into their spring sports and spring activities. Lady Cardinals earlier today ended their season. They had a whale of a game against Moreland. Those two teams had matched up 5 times this year. Moreland had won the first 4. Lady Cardinals had had valiant efforts against Moreland, but the two teams had just gone back and forth on each other, and Moreland always coming out on top. In that game earlier today, the Lady Cardinals led almost the entire game. Moreland took the lead right before the end of the third quarter, and then the fight was on between the two teams, but the Lady Cardinals come up 1 point short. Turnovers did them in. Just too many times of losing balls out of bounds or into the wrong hands. So give Moreland's defense credit. They played a great game, and tomorrow they'll get to match up against Thomas Fay Custer. The Terriers took on Cherokee today and beat up on Cherokee, winning the game rather easily. So those two teams will match up tomorrow. Those teams did match up earlier in the season with Moreland coming out on top, but it was a close game, less than 10 points separating the two. That's enough of a recap for that. Later on tonight, we might get some scores from other games around, but we'll get the teams coming out to do a little bit of warm-up, getting ready for the second half. You got an opportunity still. Go grab a drink. Go grab that snack that you've been waiting on. Go hit the bathroom if you need to. I know you can pause if you're watching this thing on YouTube. But for those of us that are here live, we've got just over 2 minutes left before the second half kicks off between OCA and the Turpin Cardinals. All right, we'll start the second half. In the white jerseys, the Cardinals starters for the second half are the starters from the first half. Nash Levens, Bryson Parker, Austin and Carson Peters, and Gunnar Post. For OCA, you've got Toth out there, Owens, Levine, Watterson, and Greer. Cardinals go to a 2-3 to start the second half. So Coach Biebermeyer throwing a little bit of curveball here at Coach Roman. We'll see what difference that makes. I'm not sure if OCA is going to play this like a 3A type playoff game, or they'll just sit back and let the clock run. 2A does that too. OCA gets it to the top of the key and then kick it back up top. Owens has got it now. So we're going to run some clock here apparently unless something changes. Peters brothers are up top on the zone. Watterson's got it out on the edge. OCA doesn't show much aggression here, looking to take to the hole, but then the shot from outside, it's a miss. Bryson Parker tips it back to his Cardinal teammate. The senior Gunnar Post comes away with the rebound, and the Cardinals will come the other way. Parker into the corner for Peters. Peters, baseline, kick out top to his brother, CP. Boy, Cardinals just struggling from outside the line. Greer's got it coming the other direction. 6 points of difference on the scoreboard. Cardinals switch into a man-to-man. Inside it goes. And Owens drives in, can't get the shot to fall. Sorry, that was Levine. That was not Owens. I apologize. Owens is 0 and Levine is 3. CP's got it. Watterson's out there on him. OCA is back in there, 3-2. And Owens will bounce up top and then come down low following the ball. Another shot from outside. Cardinals just can't get that outside shot to fall. But Austin Peters comes away with the rebound. Cardinals have another opportunity. Bryson up top, over on the edge to Levens. Gunnar trying to get an opening, but OCA is doing a good job. Parker kicks it toward the corner for Levens, and something went wrong in the exchange. Ball goes out of bounds. So Cardinals with an unforced error give the ball back to OCA, and now it'll be the Cardinal defense back at work. Cardinals have gone to full court defense now. Watterson's got it, and then back up top to Owens. Whitmire's come in. Cardinals know they got to be careful with Whitmire. He hit 3 3-pointers in that first half. That's the difference in the game right now. Greer mishandles the ball but recovers it. Greer's working against CP. Switch, and now CP is on Owens. Owens back up top. Owens been running point guard a whole lot here. Toth kicks it back and then goes into a screen. By the way, that's another moving screen. Referees don't call it. Every time OCA goes to that moving screen, it turns into bad things for the Cardinals. Owens follows behind his teammate, goes to the hole, and draws the foul. Who was that on? Gunnar Post picks up the foul. That's just his first. Owens misses the first. Austin's going to take a break. Jet Huffman will come in. We saw this play in another Christian school from Oklahoma City. The academy didn't have rebounders. Trusted the shooters to make the free throws. Owens makes the second. 7 points of difference on the scoreboard. CP will bring it across the timeline. Now it's Whitmire running the middle. Way back when the world was in black and white, we played a defense like this, and we called it a 3-2 yo-yo. We'd have 3-2, and the point guard could drop all the way down into the lane. Cardinals take advantage of the opening in the middle of the lane. Jet Huffman takes a pass right in the middle. Nobody's close enough from OCA to challenge. Jet turns around, hits that little jump shot, and 2 quick points for the Cardinals. And now it's a 5-point deficit. I don't know, we got the 2 points. Yeah, and Biedermeyer took the timeout after the make. He likes to do that. Cardinals didn't make any substitutions, so it'll be the same 5 coming back out on the floor. Huffman, Post, Carson Peters, Parker, and Levens. Whitmire, Watterson, Owens, Greer, and Toth for OCA. Cardinals will go into the full court defense. Huffman making life hard on Greer. Watterson's got it now, working against Parker. Up the floor, they go to Whitmire. Oh my goodness! You'd think that the Cardinals had learned. Levens backs off Whitmire. I'm not sure why. And Whitmire, again, perfect from behind the 3-point line. Nails another one. CP looks to answer. And CP gets going. First 3-pointer of the second half for the Cardinals. So the 2 teams trade 3-pointers. Nash Levens working hard. Tips the ball out of bounds right in front of the scorer's table. Whitmire's going to throw it in. Austin will come back in for Levens, by the way. Kamala's come in for OCA. And Owens takes a seat along with Watterson. No, that's not Owens. Dadgummit, I'm sorry, OCA fans. That's Levine who took a seat. What do we got here? Foul called on Gunner inside. It's still going, it's that. I can see that it's going. Whitmire throws up another one. This one's gonna be a miss. Parker's there, hauls it in. So Whitmire with his first miss. He's got 4 3-pointers though. Bryson Parker puts up a shot, it's a miss. He fights for it with Kamal, and then he gets tied up inside. Of all the things to get called, the last one that I thought would be a travel. That was at the very least a jump ball. Interesting call. All right. Here comes Greer. CP tries to knock it away. Now Owens has it up top. Whitmire coming through. Cardinals switch on him. Austin Peters has the duty now. Whitmire's open again. Cardinals recover quickly, though. There's Greer. Comes over the top. Again, another moving screen from Toth. Referees just aren't paying attention to the moving screens from Toth. And if you're wondering why I say it, Toth will hand the ball off and then step into somebody. And folks, that's just not legal. Cardinals come down the other way, get the ball in deep to Jet Huffman. Huffman uses his hops, gets the ball up clean, puts it off the glass and in, and picks up a foul. Who got that foul? Okay, Toth picks up the foul. That's only his first. Nobody's in any significant foul trouble. Nobody's got more than 2. Jet makes the free throw, and it's now a 2-point game. Cardinals scratching and clawing their way back in. CP knocks the ball out of bounds. It was intended, as intended for Watterson. Watterson's got it again. Cardinals with a quick double team. To Whitmire and then back. Cardinals look like they're trying to put a double team out there on them, but OCA doing a good job of staying out of trouble. Watterson up top working against Huffman. Inside, Owens. Owens goes up, puts it up, but it's a miss. Gunner Post has the rebound. CP's got it. Cardinals up the court in a hurry. CP's open on that backside corner. CP drives, kick to Gunner in the short corner. Gunner, kick out to Austin. Cardinals trying to work the rotation here. Huffman pauses at the top, and they'll go ahead and reset the offense. Bryson's set up in that back corner just waiting for the pass. Pass a little bit long for him, but he gets it inside the Gunner post, and it's tied up. Cardinals have it tied for the first time since the game started. OCA started out hot. Cardinals were cold as ice. Ever since then, the Cardinals have been working their way back in. OCA has done a good job at times piling up some points, especially off the three-pointers. Watterson trying to get inside. Owens, a lot of contact, and an offensive foul. Cardinals were the victim of a bunch of offensive fouls yesterday. Bryson Parker taking notes, paying attention, gets himself in position, hits the floor pretty hard. No comment on that, but does a good job of making sure the contact goes against OCA. Gunner's wide open underneath, working against Owens. A lot of contact. Not sure if it's Owens or Toth. I can tell you this, folks, referees do not like if you double in the post. They do not like it. If you come over to double, you have got to play impeccably clean. And Owens was down there facing off against Gunner. Gunner had size, had the moves, went up. When the double team comes in, referees did not like the contact and called the foul. It didn't go against Toth. It ended up going against Owens. Gunner makes the first, well, I don't even know what just happened here. What just happened? He made the free throw. They didn't count the free throw. He made it. I'm not sure what just happened here. Do we get 2 free throws or 1? Okay. Must have been a lane violation. So, Gunner picks up the foul, but is unable to get the free throws to count. Greer's on the outside working against CP. Oh, no, he does get the free throw to count. 36-35 the score. Greer does a good job. Draws the contact on CP, gets the shot up. That'll draw the foul, and he'll go to the line shooting 2. Again, Coach Roman isn't keeping any rebounders in. That strategy could have a couple of purposes. Shows confidence in your shooter, but the other thing it does, no chance for fouls on those rebounds. Helps limit some of the injury chances with the big pile of bodies underneath. Greer makes the first, and it's all tied up again. 1 minute left to go in the third. Greer makes the second, and OCA regains the lead. Cardinals had a lead for a moment. That was their first lead of the game off Gunner's free throw. OCA comes down the other way and gets the lead right back. Huffman coming over the top. Kick into the corner for Austin. Austin will take that 3. It's off. Gunner tries to fight around a block out from Owens, but can't get there in time, and nobody else was rebounding for the Cardinals. So OCA comes away with it, and they have a chance to add to the 1-point lead right before the end of the quarter. Just a little bit over 8 minutes remain. OCA is trying to capitalize on this last opportunity to score before the end of the third quarter. Watterson up top. Watterson's got a lane, coming inside. Step back, jumper's good. Cardinals get some time, though. 14 seconds left before the end of the quarter. That'll be enough time for the Cardinals to score if they can find an opening. Parker to Gunner. Gunner's wide open. It's off the front of the rim, though, and Owens gonna chuck it from half court. No contact, but OCA after the short lead by the Cardinals. Gunner Post making a free throw. OCA able to regain the lead and extend it with one more bucket to 3 points. 39-36. Cardinals trail as we enter the last 8 minutes of the game. Somebody's 8 minutes from ending their season, and somebody's 8 minutes from going to a game to play the Academy tomorrow afternoon to be able to enter the area tournament. Stats for you, courtesy of Yanalette All Day, All Game, the magnificent Maya Ortiz, and the amazing and awesome Addison Hogg. Jed Huffman, 11 points, 2 rebounds. Nashville Evans, a rebound and a block. Carson Peters, 9 points, 1 of them a 3, a rebound, 2 fouls and a steal. Bryson Parker, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2 fouls and a steal. Austin Peters, 3 rebounds and a foul. Gunnar Post, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 2 fouls. For OCA, we've got Owens with 4 points, all off free throws, 3 fouls. Levine with 1 foul. Sean Kamal with a bucket. Watterson with 7, 1 of those 3-pointers. Whitmire with 13 to go with 1 foul. Greer has 6 plus 3 plus 2 is 11. And Toth has 2. Sorry, couldn't get through all of it in time. Cardinal starters for the 4th quarter. Carson Peters, Jed Huffman, Nash Levens, Gunnar Post, and Bryson Parker. Parker drives inside, uses the post up from Gunnar as a screen, puts up the jumper, and pulls the Cardinals back within 1. Greer, Watterson, Owens, Levine, and Lewis on the floor for OCA. OCA going with a much smaller lineup right now. Toth's on the bench. Watterson's open for 3. It's a miss, though. Cardinals have done a good job of rebounding on defense. Virtually no second chance opportunities for OCA. Parker over the top of the screen, out to Levens. Jet in the corner, Jet. Little dipsy-do move, goes under, but gets his shot blocked by the bottom of the standard. Drive inside, that was Levine. So, slashers for both teams. Try going to the hole, but can't get shots to fall. Post in the corner, out to CP. This game's been dominated by guard play. The bigs have not been able to get anything going. CP gets blocked. A lot of contact. CP thought something should have been called, but referee who was right there disagreed. They've allowed a lot of contact. Nobody's in foul trouble except Owens. He's got 3. Nobody else has more than 2. 1 point separates the 2 teams. Parker goes for a steal. Watterson's open and drains a 3. Parker took a gamble. Watterson made him pay, and it's 4 points now. 2 possession lead. Parker drives down the lane, gets a floater to fall. So Parker made the error, and Parker made up for it getting a bucket. The 3-pointer gave 1 extra point to OCA, so now they have a 2-point lead. It's 42-40. 6 minutes remain in the game. Clock's ticking down quick. Greer back to Watterson. Up top to Lewis. Lewis looking for a lane and then kick out to Owens. Owens matching up with Huffman. They're clearing things out. Owens driving, gets the shot to fall. They went ISO. Everybody cleared out. That was obviously a play, and it's 4 points again. Cardinals didn't recognize it in time and didn't get in front of Owens to stop his progress to the ball, or to the bucket, I mean. Back up top to CP. Lewis matching up on CP. Fatigue might to become a factor as we get further in this game. Cardinals have played only a 6-man rotation. Parker hits the 3, gets fouled by Owens. That's huge for more than one reason. Parker has the chance to tie the game. Owens picks up his 4th foul. Boy, that could not have gone worse for OCA. Parker makes the shot. Whitmire's going to come in. Owens will have to say, sorry, Levine will take a seat. Owens is staying out there. So Owens going to be playing with 4. Cardinals have to be aware of Whitmire. Whitmire has had the hot hand today. Earlier I said he was doing a Steph Curry impersonation, and he's done pretty much just that, hitting 4 3-pointers in the game. And he's open again. Here it comes, folks. Oh, Cardinal luck holds that time. Whitmire has lit his last 2 3-pointers. Tie game, Cardinals looking for the lead. Biggest lead for Turpin has been 1 point after a Gunner post free throw. Carson Peters shoots it over the top. Gunner goes up, draws the foul. Folks, Owens is done for the night. Owens is done. Gunner knew he had Owens on his back, went into him as he put up the reverse layup. So Brady Owens picks up the foul. Savvy move by Gunner. Gunner knew where he had him, and instead of going for the spin move and going into him, risking the charge, Gunner backed into him, put the ball up so he knew he'd have the shot. Owens wasn't quite ready for it. Gunner gives the Cardinals the 1-point lead for the second time in the game. And now, Cardinals a full 2 points ahead. Biggest lead of the game, and Coach Biebermeyer's going to take a timeout. That's now 7 points for Post. Oh, the loss of Owens. Losing a starter, and not just a starter, but your point guard. Owens has had a tremendous game. And Owens was a starter last year. A little more of a defender than a scorer, but a tremendous leader. He's in student leadership at OCA. He's helped head up a big fundraiser, the Duo fundraiser. But he's got to be done for the night. Oh, Watterson gets a screen and drops in a 3-pointer. OCA causing damage from behind the line. Cardinals lost track of Watterson. And the 3-pointer gives OCA the lead again. CP gets Watterson in the air. Little juke. CP can't get the jumper to fall, though. OCA's got the rebound. Lewis coming down the floor. Lewis has an opening, but he'll kick it back out. Watterson going for another 3. Drains another one. Cardinals have, if the Cardinals end up losing this game, the story will be clear. It was the 3-point line and OCA's domination behind it that caused the issues that the Cardinals could not overcome. Jet Huffman working like crazy. Cardinals trying so hard. Gunner comes away with the rebound. Cardinals not known for being the strongest offensive team, but as we click down into the second half of the fourth quarter, all effort for the Cardinals. Gunner able to get the shot, gets it to fall. He'll go to the line again. Gunner's play in this fourth quarter has been huge. Bryson had a big second quarter and has done his part, putting in 19, but his senior counterpart, Gunner Post, also doing a great job. Watterson trying to get open behind another one of those screens from Toth. I'm not going to continue to comment on Toth's fundamentals there, other than just reminding you that, oh, that one was a perfect screen. Well done. Back in Watterson's hands. Toth's up top. Another good screen, but it's a miss, and the Cardinals have the ball. So I give him Toth a hard time, and he comes back and displays perfect technique those 2 times. Both teams go for 3-pointers, but unable to give him the ball. Carson Peters steps in front of a pass. Cardinals down by 1. Bryson spins, hits Carson. Carson wasn't quite ready for it. Gunner almost steps up and takes that 3. Carson drives into a triple team, puts the floater in. Cardinals are getting hot at the right time. OCA continues to come back and answer. This timeout will be taken by Coach Roman. It's a full. With the full timeout, here come your Cardinal cheerleaders out on the floor. You know I love bragging on those Cardinal cheerleaders. One of the things I love pointing out, these third in the state game day cheerleaders they do such a fantastic job. But one of the things I love pointing out is that our cheerleaders know exactly what the OSSA rules are. On a 30-second timeout, Spirit Squads are not allowed on the floor. On a 1-minute timeout, you're only allowed on your side of the floor matching up with your bench. And Coach Peters makes sure and reviews all of the rules for the Spirit Squads. They do such a good job. The Cardinals appreciate them and love their Cardinal cheerleaders. They've got the crowd worked up. The Cardinals girls team is down on the floor, cheering on the boys, trying to will them to a win. They've got the 1-point lead, but OCA has shown that 1 point can melt in a hurry when you can shoot from behind the line like they can. Watterson and Whitmore have led the charge, dropping in bombs from outside. Greer's got it now. Huffman's going to chase around Whitmire for a while. Watterson comes over the top of the screen. Another screen set for Whitmire. He puts this one up, unable to get it to fall. Cardinals will let it go out of bounds. 2.5 left to go. Cardinals have possession. Lewis comes back in. Toth is on the bench. We haven't seen Kamal in a while. Lewis, Watterson, Whitmire, Greer, and Levine are out there right now. For the Cardinals, you got CP driving in again. Oh, he can't get this one to fall. Last time, he got the jumper to fall. This time, he goes for the finger roll. It's a miss, and it's a rebound for OCA. Greer matching up with Parker. A lot of action going on. These two offenses really working hard. Gunner post blocks the shot by Levine. Watterson sneaks inside. Oh, Cardinal fans weren't fans of that. Nash Levin's going to get called for the push. Parker, Levins, and Post had all triple teamed the play. Post came away with the ball clean in his hands, but Levins from behind got contact on the body. So OCA gets bailed out. They get another chance on this possession. Long throw in. Now Lewis will reset it. Greer on the outside is going to go up. Gunner, not sure what Gunner was thinking there. He comes through and fouls Lewis on the shot. Not Lewis. Fouls Greer on the shot. That's now 3 on Gunner. He's the first Cardinal with 3 fouls. Right? First of us with 3 fouls. Gunner's the only one with 3. All right. Our terrific trio of statisticians keeping things on point. Greer puts in the free throw, and it's all tied up. Greer, by the way, has 12 points now. Whitmore's got 13. And Watterson's got 16. Both free throws are made. OCA's up by 1 now. Inside to Levins. Levins working Whitmore. Levins turns, has all the advantages, gets fouled on the shot. Whitmire keeps Levins from putting in the easy shot, but in doing so, he picks up the foul. That's only the second on Whitmire. Levins makes the free throw, and it's all tied up again. The lead changes continue. Back and forth. You can call it a yo-yo, you can call it a roller coaster. But the Cardinals retake the lead, 53-52. Guys, I know we'd like to see the Cardinals win, and it'd be fun to get the pressure off, but boy howdy, you cannot ask for a better regional game. Lady Cardinals had a close one, lost in a heartbreaker. But boy howdy, it was a whale of a game. Oh, Levins gets beat. Lewis goes to the hole. Levins tries to block it from behind, and the finger roll goes in. Again, we've got the lead change. 54-53. Eagles and Cardinals dominating to find out which one's going to reign supreme from the Feathered Kingdom here on this court in Wildcat territory of Seiling, Oklahoma. This timeout was taken by Coach Roman. That'll leave him with only 1. There's not a lot of time left, but 83 seconds. You might want that extra timeout back here in just a moment. Coach Biedermeier's still holding on to 2. He's talking things over with his team, getting them ready for possible situations here. Cardinals will have the ball. They're down by 1, but they've got possession. OCA, by the way, does have 4 fouls. So the Cardinals, if they take any fouls, will get to go to the free throw line for anything but a charge. Coming out on the floor after the timeout. Nash Levin's gunner post. Jed Huffman, Carson Peters, and Bryson Parker. Watterson, Kamal back on the floor for the first time in a while. Toth, Lewis, and Levine. Coach Roman might be using a defensive setup here. Parker goes for a jumper. It's off. Gunner gets the rebound, comes down. A lot of contact. Nothing called. Remember, we've had a touch foul called not long ago with the triple team. Cardinals are going to have to foul here. It's either that or play incredibly tight defense, get a 5-second call. Bryson realizes what's going on. He's going to come over. Bryson had gotten a deflection. Coach Roman calls the timeout. Cardinals fans not a fan of that. That ball had gotten tipped by Bryson when the whistle hit. However, Coach Roman was over asking for that timeout when he saw Bryson coming with the double team. OCA dodges the bullet there. Looked like the Cardinals were going to get a steal. So now 48 seconds left. Lady Cardinals game came down to 1 point earlier today. They were on the losing side of it. Cardinals trying to stay in this regional tournament. Up by 1, the thing that the Cardinals can least afford is to let somebody get open and drop another three-pointer. That would make it a 2-possession game. OCA, I'm no mind reader, but if I were them, I'd be trying to run clock right now. Whitmire's back in. Cardinals have to be careful of the sharpshooter. He and Watterson, easily the difference in the game scoring-wise. Watterson putting in 16. Whitmire just coming out on the floor. I think he's got 13 on the game. 4 of them, 4 three-pointers. Cardinals trying to stick close. Cardinals did not foul. Watterson's got it. Cardinals are not fouling. 43 seconds. Watterson's got it. CP's on him. CP overplays. So CP goes for the steal, and he's willing to take the foul if he can't get to it. Nobody for the Cardinals in foul trouble. CP's got the most with 3. Gunner also has 3. Nobody else has more than that. That's only 3 team fouls on the Cardinals. They'll look to try to do the same here, try to get the pass if they can. Levin's going against Lewis. It's a miss by Lewis. Lewis ties up Bryson on the rebound. Possession arrow stays with OCA, so the Cardinals got a break, but Lewis recovers quickly and helps tie up the rebound, so the Cardinals unable to come away with the possession even though they get the rebound. Austin Peters will come in, Nash will go to the bench. 33 seconds before somebody ends their season. Watterson up top, CP's gonna step out and get the foul. That's the 4th foul on CP. That's the 4th team foul on the Cardinals. 26 seconds left now. 26.7. Cardinals doing a good job. Oh, they get it in. Parker pokes it away from Watterson. Was right in front of the referee. He's saying that he got a hold of an arm. Feel free to go back and rewind and see if you agree with that. Bryson poked at the ball and looked like he got it clean. Referee was right there, though. That'll put Watterson at the line. Watterson, a really good three-point shooter. A lot of times your three-point shooters are tremendous free throw shooters. Levine and Toth are getting ready to come in as OCA will switch to a defensive set. Watterson makes the first. Levens will come in for Austin. Levens a little more offensive minded, so both coaches go with situational substituting here. So Cardinals will have Huffman, Levens, Post, Parker, and Peters. Watterson makes both. It's 3. Bryson will bring it up. Cardinals might have to go for a 3 here. Bryson to kick out to Levens. Levens stalls out, then gets it to Jet. Back to Bryson's 15 seconds left. Bryson drives in, looks to get it to Gunner. Wonderful defensive play. Toth comes away with it. Bryson knocks the ball out of bounds. Tell you what, guys, Cardinals can't get a call right now. Bryson has knocked 2 balls loose from OCA. Both times it's still going OCA's way. We're obviously too far away to see what's going on, but in both cases, Bryson's reaction was that it was clean. I've known Bryson long enough that from that reaction, I believe him. And then Bryson, when trying to hit Gunner, some contact as he tries to get the pass over the top of Toth, trying to get it into post. Cardinals are going to need a miracle now. 7 seconds remain on the clock. OCA's got the ball in the corner. That's a tough spot. And they've got a 3-point lead. Couple of possibilities you could see. Cardinals do have 1 timeout left. They could take another timeout here trying to go for a call, but most likely Coach Biebermeyer will hold on to that timeout. If the Cardinals can get the ball back off a steal here, they can take a timeout and set up a play. If I'm OCA, I want that ball on the other side of the court. What I'd be looking to is some sort of play to get the ball well over the timeline, some sort of Hail Mary type play. A little bit more what you might see on the football field. Cardinals have a tremendous amount of speed out there on the floor. What's OCA going to run? You've got Kamal, Greer, Whitmire, Lewis, Watterson coming out on the floor. Looks like an offensive-minded crew and a speedy crew. Coach Roman has them set up at half court. I'm going to zoom out so we can get it. This is a big play. Oh, long pass. Cardinals trying to get to it in time. Cardinals recover it. Coach Biebermeyer takes the timeout. Cardinals got it across the timeline into Parker's hands. In case you're wondering why that wasn't a backcourt, I'm not sure. Peters tipped it to his teammate. Usually that would be considered control. We're trying to figure out where the ball's going to be thrown in. So it's going to be on the sideline at half court. So it's a full minute here as we wait to figure out what's going to happen. Cardinals have to have a 3. Your most likely shooter, Bryson Parker, the 1,000-point scorer. Tremendous shooter from outside, has shown the ability to get hot instantly in games, including in the second quarter of this one. But CP can hit the 3. Jet can hit the 3. Gunner can hit the 3. Nash can hit the 3. All 5 of those Cardinals that are there on the bench getting ready to come in for this final play, potentially of the season, can all hit the 3. Ball's going to get thrown in right in front of the Lady Cardinals basketball team, who's down on the court, willing on this 3-point shot. Now, earlier in the game, Bryson got fouled on a 3-point shot, sank it, and completed the 4-point play. You don't get to see those very often. Bryson, looks like Bryson's going to throw it in. What I'd be watching for here, very common thing, it's very hard to defend. Bryson throws it in and immediately screams down the sideline to set up for a shot. Just a little bit past where it says Wildcats there on the floor. Cardinals have got to get this ball in. They get it to Bryson. Bryson gets fouled. Tremendous idea there. Very, very smart play by OCA. Toth fouls Bryson. That means Bryson will be shooting 2 instead of 3. Very, very smart. Very few people will run that. Coach Roman, apparently one of the few who's willing though. Bryson makes the first. Now, this is huge. Cardinals have no timeouts left. Does Bryson miss it off the front of the rim? Now you see OCA's got their rebounders in now. 2.3 seconds. Cardinals are down by 2. Bryson does not get the rim. Bryson misses the rim. Cardinals are going to have to steal the inbounds pass here. Nobody's got 8 timeouts left. Gunner's going to come out. Austin's in. If I'm OCA, I throw it deep. All you got to do is touch it, and that clock's going to expire. It's into Watterson. Cardinals immediately foul. Oh, my goodness. A whole bunch of clock ran. You guys can't see it, but clock, that whistle blew with about 1.7. They ran a full second back off the clock. Cardinals fans really unhappy with that. They run it back to 1.3. We're going to zoom out enough that you can see the clock. Watterson's shooting. And he gets to shoot 2. If he makes them both, this game's done. He misses the first. If I'm Coach Roman, I want Watterson to miss that because the clock will start as soon as a Cardinal hand touches it. There's not enough time to get it down the floor and put it in. If Watterson makes it, the Cardinals get the chance to set up for an inbounds. Watterson makes it. Cardinals can chuck it the length of the court and make a three-point play. Ball got touched. Huffman chucks it. OCA wins. Cardinals fought like crazy, but the season ends here on the floor in Seiling. Football season ended here in Seiling for these Cardinal seniors. What a dogfight of a game. Tremendous, tremendous game from both teams. Both teams had all the opportunities to win. It was back and forth after OCA had the early lead. Turpin fought back, tied it up, had the lead in the fourth, but just never could pull away, couldn't get enough distance. OCA tomorrow will be taking on the Academy of Classical Christian Studies. Those two teams know each other. They played twice this year. We'll get your stats here in a second. Well, we didn't come in today expecting for seasons to end. It's not the way you plan, but sure enough, not one but 2 Cardinal seasons come to a close today. We'll have your stats here in just a moment. I gotta tell you, I really thought at least one, if not both of the teams were gonna win today, and both of them lose by 1 point, well, 2 points here for the boys. Just heartbreaking. Final stats brought to you by our terrific trio of statisticians. Yana led all day, all game. Maya, the magnificent Ortiz, and the amazing and awesome Addison Hogg. Jet Huffman finishes with 11. Jet finishes with 11 to go with 2 rebounds. Nash Levens with 2 points off free throws, a rebound, a foul, and a block. Carson Peters finishes with 11. One of those was a 3-pointer. 4 rebounds, 4 fouls, and 2 steals. Bryson Parker finishes his Cardinal career with 20 points, doing everything he could, but falling just short. 5 rebounds and 3 fouls. Austin Peters, 3 rebounds and a foul. A senior also finishing things out along with Nash. And then Gunner post the final of the quartet of seniors. Gunner finishes out with 10 points. A whole bunch of those were free throws. He had 6 free throws total. 6 rebounds, 3 fouls, a steal, and a block. The OCA Eagles, 3-pointers were the story in the game. The Cardinals with a new opponent and with OCA's skill behind the 3-point line, 3-pointers made the difference. A total of 13 3-pointers made by OCA, 4 each by Watterson and Whitmire. Owens finishes with 6 to go with 5 fouls. 4 of his points were free throws. Lewis didn't end up on the stat line. Levine finishes with 1 foul. Kamal finishes with 2 points. Chase Watterson finishes the big game for the young man. Short of stature, but boy howdy could he shoot. 4 3-pointers to go with a couple of field goals and 3 free throws. So 4 plus 12, 18 plus 3 is 21 for Watterson. He was the taller one. Whitmire's the short guy. Whitmire came in, he hit 4 3-pointers. The sophomore doing a great job off the bench. 13 points total, including the free throw to go with 2 fouls. Greer finishes with a big game, 4 free throws, 1 3-pointer, and 3 field goals. So 13 points for him. And Toth playing really hard on defense, doing a lot of hard work, setting screens, opening up his teammates, 2 points and 3 fouls. Cardinals fans, this is it for basketball. We weren't quite ready for it, but that's the way it goes. And I have a couple of things to say about these seniors. I talked a little about the senior girls. The senior boys, it's a little bit different flavor to what the boys have, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of my thoughts on them. You know, these young guys, we've come to admire them and support them. And as the final buzzer sounded, we're going to have to bid farewell to a bunch of seniors who poured their hearts and souls into this game. These guys were a part of doing travel teams and little league, city league in Liberal from as soon as they were old enough to bounce a ball practically. At one point playing co-ed with the senior girls in Liberal leagues, and then eventually hitting the road, going all over the place. This was the first Turpin Cardinal team to have a whole bunch of people who put in travel ball on the boys' side. The girls had this a couple of years ago and then turned things around for the Lady Cardinals program. But these boys that are graduating, they were the first ones where a bunch of them really started hitting the road and putting in all that extra work. And so for them, today wasn't just another game. It was a culmination of years of dedication and perseverance. And for those 4, you got to say brotherhood. Reflecting on their journey, you're reminded of all sorts of work they put in. Early morning practices that we weren't there for. Grueling summer workouts and camps and all sorts of unforgettable moments that they shared together. Beyond wins and losses, there was a much bigger story. A story of resilience, of friendship, and of growth. They've had the highs and lows, but these guys have stood together and they've been united by a passion for the game. They inspired us with tenacity. They've shown tremendous sportsmanship this year, and they had a commitment to excellence. So as we honor this team and as we honor both our Cardinal teams, but specifically the seniors, we're not going to just applaud compliments, but we're going to applaud the young people that they've become. We want to recognize and honor the character, integrity, and leadership that these guys and the ladies before them today demonstrated both on and off the court. This wasn't just about basketball. This was a group of people who left an indelible mark on our heart and on our community. And it's about saying thank you for memories and for lessons and friendships that were forged along the way. So to these seniors of Turpin High School basketball, we salute you. We commend you for showing all this dedication and passion, for being models for our young people, for giving us some inspiration for the oldsters. And as you finish off and get ready for the rest of your senior year, and in May when you embark on the next chapter of your life, we hope for you that you will carry these values and lessons and that you can remember some of the joy that you gave us as we got to watch you this season. So, as we finish things off for the season, let's remember that while we mark the end of this chapter, it's also the beginning of a new and exciting journey. And know the buzzer is now just an echo. The impact of these seniors and these 2 teams that finish their seasons today will resonate for a long time to come. Thank you, Cardinal fans. Appreciate all of the donations, the kind words, the encouragement, and how easy you've made and how fun you've made it for us to bring you these games through the football season and now the basketball season. Thank you so much for making it easy and fun. We appreciate you tremendously. You kept on donating even after I told you we didn't need any more money. You have built up a buffer that will help as we go into adding more and more activities. We get to add even more hardware. We get to dig into the wish list. And who knows what the future holds, but we want to keep bringing you more and more events from Turpin, showing you more and more of the community that you love, and showing off these kids. Thank you so much. I wish we weren't getting to rest tomorrow, but rest up, grieve the end of a season and what might have been, and rest up, because now we've got baseball, golf, track, slow pitch softball, and esports around the corner. We'll try to bring you as much of that as we can. But signing off for now. Until the next time on Turpin Live, have a good evening, and we'll talk to you later.